Yeah, what's up, YouTube? So I thought I would make just a quick video of the newest Laserdiscs I got over the past few months. There's not a lot here, uh, but as I look forward to making another music video, I figured I'd give you an update. I could have waited for this because there's my buddy has another sale in May, and then he's done for the year until at least October or November. But I'll show that off too, just out of curiosity if anybody cares, which no one does, but I'm just bored and trying to find a way to make a new video. In the meantime, now most of these are all Asian pressings, and mostly, you know, action and a little bit of horror. So let's start it off. This one's called Iron Fist. It's actually called Under the Gun in most markets, and this is the only one on Laserdisc that was called Iron Fist. Richard Norton, he's like this nightclub owner, and you know, just get caught up in debts. The whole movie takes place around the same place. Jane Badler of V, she's in it. Don't really know anybody else. I think it's an Australian movie because Richard Norton was Australian. The guy was a badass. He was like a bodybuilder, or not a but a bodyguard for all these wealthy, you know, famous people, and it's like a 5th or 6th degree black belt in martial arts, and the guy was just a legit badass. Next up, this is still sealed. I won't have it open, but I wanted to get it signed next month. The Zero Boys. Kelly Maroney's going to be at a signing in Pittsburgh. And I figured, well, I can't get the damn chopping mall. I can't get Night of the Comet, which is even more rare on Laserdisc than chopping mall. So this is the Japanese Zero Boys. It's been a long time since I watched it. It's a very interesting film. Nico Mastorakis, the guy that did Island of Death, and I think he might have did Anthropophagus. I'm not sure. I think it was him too. And it's basically like a these people go out in a cabin, if I remember right, and it's like turns into like a fight for survival type slasher where they're like hunted by these like maniacs in the woods. I think paintballers, or and they have to fight back, and it's like a mix of like, I'm gonna watch it again before I get it signed. It's like a mix of, I don't know, Rambo meets slasher movies meets thriller all combined. It's a very interesting film, and she did this and ran around the woods, and then did Chopping Mall right after that. I believe that's how it went. And interestingly, this was filmed at the Vasula, whatever the hell the name is, ranch where Friday the 13th was filmed. The barn, you know, the lake, everything. It's filmed in the same location. And since that house got burned down by this dumbass fan who lit a fire, didn't realize it was a movie set like 20 years ago. They actually are rebuilding the barn is still there, but they're rebuilding the whole set, the house, everything like it was in part 3. This one has a lot of some wear on the jacket, but it's very rare. I think it's Taiwan Amityville Dollhouse. I remember renting this on VHS in the 94, 95. It's an interesting film. I'm not a big Amityville franchise guy. Then you know, the first one, basically they capitalized off the family murder, the Feo family murders, and then, you know, they had a third one, 3D, and this was, I think, the last one of them. They keep making them, I believe, but I think this was the last one of the original series, but I could be wrong. It's an interesting film. This one I threw in for free because it's the rarity. I think it's the Singapore disc. I'm not a huge Power Rangers guy. I have the movie, the second one on Laserdisc. Excuse me. This is the Green series. Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. This stuff was on all over growing up in the 90s. The TV shows, the movies. These are only special edition Asian pressings, and they're like, they focus on, there was a white Ranger series, I think, and I don't know if they have every color, but you can see on the back it has like he has the episodes. So it's basically episodes of the TV show on 4 episodes, and it's all focused on the Green Power Ranger. This one's very interesting. I think it's also Taiwan pressing. It's loaded. The player, you know, with the famous. This movie's famous for having so many cameos, like 60 cameos of all these famous people. But it stars Tim Robbins, Bruce Willis, Fred Ward, Julia Roberts, Andy McDowell, Whoopi Goldberg, and it has Malcolm McDowell, Jack Lemmon, Lily Tomlin, Susan Sarandon. I mean, that's like everybody. Everybody's in it. That's what it's noted for. I guess I never watched it, but I think it's like this writer is getting like death threats, and yeah, it's the guy gets killed by accident, stuff like that. I haven't watched it, but I wanted it because, you know, the signing potential is huge, even though it's a lot of huge names I will never meet. But it's in like perfect shape. Look at that. And you can see the names on the back. It still has a damn glare on this fucking mirror. But I mean, I can't believe how good a shape that thing's in. It's, how rare it is. It's crazy. Yeah, it says Taiwan International Films Enterprises. Now this one is a horror, holy grail, horror comedy. This is the CML013 with no picture on Laserdisc database, and only one person claimed to have it. Army of Darkness. This is for some reason this has 2 Taiwan releases. I don't know why. It's the only film that I've ever seen on Laserdisc database that had 2 different Taiwan versions. But it says, you can read it right there. Director Sam Raimi, can't read it backwards, aims his cult film sensation squarely at the mainstream, which, that's no lie, it was. Evil Dead was more focused on the horror. I'm not a huge Evil Dead guy, but I always liked Army of Darkness. It had that perfect combination of, like, you know, cheesiness and the monsters. K&B did another fantastic job. Those guys are something else. I could get this signed at Living Dead weekend because they just announced Greg Nicotero because he's a hometown guy. It's weird it has on the people on the back. There's Malcolm McDowell, Meg Foster, and Jezebel's Kiss. It has these movies on the side here. The Heroes of Desert Storm. Yeah. Weird. Sophie Marceau, there's a name you don't hear anymore. She disappeared. But yeah, I think the U.S. art is better though. And I think I made this on the video on the last Laserdisc I did. But here's the official Taiwan press. There's William Zabka himself. This is a cool ass cover. Shoot Fighter 2, the second version of this I have. Interesting, like how it's an Asian pressing. You would think they would focus on Bolo Young because he's one of the stars too. You can see it there. But they put Zabka and the Canadian, what's his name? Michael Bernardo on the cover. So it's a lot cooler than the other one I have. And here's talking about a cheesy movie that they have set in the future 2021. The Sisterhood, which I've never seen. You can I love these Asian pressings because it's another Taiwan pressing, how they mess up spelling. Like, you can see it, Rebecca Holden. It's Rebecca Holden from Knight Rider. And even on the back here it says, there's words like nomadic instead of nomadic. You know, it's just crazy how they're always spelled wrong. But there's a bunch of messed up words because, you know, it's not English, it's a Taiwan pressing. But basically it's set in the future and these women are being held captive by barbaric men who own them, and they have these women break them out and they fight against the men, and like, it's so cheesy, but I thought it was pretty cool to, you know, to have this because it just fits my cheesy action martial arts type. So bad it's good movie. But yeah, so that's it for now. I'll show you what I might get maybe next month or later this month. Maybe I'll get some of these signed. I'm hoping to get the Zero Boys and you know, Army of Darkness. This will be cool to get signed because Jane Badler does like sci-fi horror conventions. As always, YouTube, thanks for watching. I know no one gives a shit about these, but I'm trying to think of new videos to make, so it's getting harder. But as always, I'll put a video here. Keep on rocking, YouTube. Peace, and I'll see you soon.